When you leave a toxic relationship, the hard part isn't leaving the person, it's leaving the fantasy that you have created in your mind. As someone who has been through toxic relationships herself and now works with women healing from toxic relationships, there's something I really want you to be aware of. We often meet somebody, and when we first meet them, we create a fantasy of who they are in our mind. A lot of us do this, even if it doesn't end up being toxic. It's just something that happens. You meet them, you have a really great first date, a really great first month, and you start creating these ideas of who they are and who they could be and what the relationship could be like for you. And then, of course, over time, they start acting in ways that are not in line with the fantasy that you've created. And one option is to say, oh, this person is showing me exactly who they are, and this behavior doesn't work for me, this thing doesn't work for me, it doesn't feel aligned for me. This is called living in acceptance, and it's one of the principles that I teach all of my clients. Unfortunately, what most people do is get upset, mad at how this other person is acting and repeatedly acts. And instead of just accepting that that's who they are, they say, well, you should be different. You should try to change this. You should. All of these things that we try to do to make somebody into the box that we have put them in. And of course, the person doesn't change, and they repeatedly show you who they are over and over and over again. But all you can think about is who they should be, who you want them to be, who the idea of what you have them in that little fantasy that you've created. And this keeps you stuck. The reality is you don't even like them most of the time. So if you're tripping about somebody you don't even like, it's not about breaking up with them. It's about breaking up with your fantasy about who you thought that they could be for you.